Pull up, grab the fuel nozzle, and get ready to fuel up on trends and strategies to grow your travel center business in this episode of the Truck Stops Here, brought to you by NATSO. Now, here's your host, Amy Toner.
Today's episode of the Truck Stops Here, I'm your host, Amy Toner. You are listening to the Truck Stops Here, the NATSO Foundation's podcast. The NATSO Foundation is the research, education, and public outreach subsidiary of NATSO. This podcast is one of the many educational tools that the Foundation puts out. Today, I dragged Pamela Hayes, NATSO's Vice President of Business Development, and Andrew Evans, NATSO's Vice President of Marketing and Branding, into the studio so they could tell us about NATSO Connect. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Afternoon.
All right, so I've been working on the education, and you two have been busy creating all these wonderful things for our attendees and exhibitors, and I'm just dying to hear all about it. So, Andrew, can you set the scene for us?
Yeah, so NATSO Connect, so March 7th through the 10th. So by the time you hear this, it'll be coming right up is at the Gaylord, Texan. And really at the show, there's going to be hundreds of executives and decision makers. Just kind of a high-level overview of some things that are happening at the show. We have a retail tour of really three amazing retailers. We have a great ideas workshop that Amy, you're going to be handling that. The opening Find and Dine reception, which Pamela's going to talk a bit about here later. Mm-hmm. And we just have some really amazing educational sessions on NEVI grants, hydrogen, government affairs, alternative fuels case studies, retail technology. And then the Texas Hold'em Full House fundraiser, which is for the NATSO Foundation.
Yes, sir.
And we have a Kodiak autonomous truck that's on display, which is going to be really cool for attendees to see that technology firsthand. But one of the things that NATSO really prides itself on is connecting truck stops and travel centers with vendors that help them succeed. Mm-hmm. And a big part of that is vendors that will help them future-proof their business. So I'll let Pamela kind of elaborate on that a little bit later about how some of the trade show portion is coming along and what's different there. But I really think that NATSO Connect's really a learning opportunity. It's a trade show, it's experiential, it's a conference, but most importantly, it provides our attendees with what NATSO does best, and that's connecting people and fueling opportunities.
I know you were saying when you're looking through the photos, because you're the new guy, right? So you're looking through the photos from last year, and you're saying that everyone's so engaged and focused and happy, and that's not always the normal at a conference. Yeah.
I mean the title NATSO Connect it really encompasses what happens with NATSO members in general. That's different than any other trade show that I've ever been to, and different than any groups of people that I've been involved with. Everybody is very, very engaged, always willing to help.
Great group. All right, Pamela, I'm not sure we've ever been to Dallas.
Not Dallas. We have been to San Antonio multiple times. I know we looked at Austin years ago. I don't think we held an annual conference there, but other meetings. But yes, I think Dallas is new to us.
So why'd you pick it? How'd we end up at Dallas?
Dallas is a great tier 1 city because it is the airport, easy to get in and out. Mm-hmm. We always look at where we can make it convenient for our travel plaza and vendor members, speakers, anyone that's involved in our annual conference, an easy place to get to. So Dallas fills that perfectly. And also I think it's a good place because we can look like we've already mentioned, there's a retail tour. So we can look at other technology and other things that are happening in Dallas, future-focused technology and great travel plazas to review. So they are for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Andrew kind of touched on it. The show floor is a little bit different this year. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, we are very focused. We took our view and information from our travel plaza members as we all studied and look at what's happening around the world and on Capitol Hill and some of the grants that are happening in EV and other energy related content. So what we did was we tried to marry the show floor to the education.
Yeah.
So it's all future focused solutions. We have an area for technology. We always celebrate our Chairman Circle members. So we gave them the opportunity to choose to sponsor or exhibit. So they are on the trade show floor. We also have innovation, alternative energy, which includes the EV that we talked about and any other energy related product that wanted to be there. And then we have a section that we saved called Member Choice. So vendors who wanted to be there but didn't quite fit those categories, I took a group of those companies and to a group of our Travel Plaza members and said, here's some location or some vendor members that would like to be there. Is it okay if they attend? And obviously they said thumbs up and good to go. And we have them on the floor as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be really exciting, and it'll be really great for people to, walk the floor with those issues at hand. All right. So how did you determine what vendors would be a good fit? I know this is a little different than normal.
Well, I'm sorry, how we chose what would be a good fit?
Yeah. How did you determine which vendors would be a good fit?
Oh, thank you. I think as the foundation, which you are very familiar with in asking our members their input. So we ask those questions all year long. We have input from Darren Schulte, who is out in the field all year long. We, of course, pay attention to some of the issues on Capitol Hill and what is relevant to them that they need to be aware of. So we keep those in mind. And I think that's how we narrowed it down to these categories. And we didn't want to forget our food vendors because food is very important. So we don't have them on the show floor per se, but we created a fun festival Find and Dine, which is the opening welcome reception where we're going to host them and they're going to bring food samples and information about their companies. So we think it's a fun and good way to bring them into the mix, and they're going to be the first feature of the conference.
Okay. Tell us, actually, that was one of my questions for you later, but we can talk about it now. Tell us about the Find and Dine.
It's on Wednesday evening, so we do have some activities during the day on Wednesday, but before the trade show floor opens on Thursday and Friday, we will have what would be more traditional reception. And what we're trying to do is bring them together similar to a street festival where they're going to have tables and booths and areas where they're going to set up how they feel best delivers their image or their food product. And they're actually going to have food samples. So if you've ever been to a festival or, food and wine at Epcot or anywhere that you may have experienced that, this will be somewhat similar. We're obviously not Walt Disney World Epcot, but we can mimic as best we can. So we're going to have some music and fun things and places where you can take photos. And then the star of the show will be the food vendors, and they can talk to our members about some of the new trends that they're offering.
So they'll be showcasing their food during that event, but those people will be there the whole time, right?
That's right. They're the opening reception.
Yeah.
We will not have an exhibit on the exhibit booth on the floor. However, they are invited, have badges, and they will get to experience the remaining days of the show to network and learn and do whatever they choose to do.
Right before that, Andrew, you're taking people on the study tour. Tell us about it.
Okay, so we have two buses. One group will go with me to Quick Trip and then to Buc-ee's. And then we all meet up at Texas Smokehouse, Victron Energy. And then the other bus will go to Buc-ee's first and then to Quick Trip. And then we all meet up for lunch at Texas Smokehouse.
Yeah, that location looks amazing. I think they just opened it in the fall, and I think it's going to be great. The Quick Trip and the Buc-ee's are across the street, so I think it'll be great. I'm jealous that you get to go on it. Okay, tell us about the booth. What can people find there? The NATSO booth, and then I'll tell them about the NATSO Foundation booth too.
Okay, great. Yeah, so it's really just kind of a place for both the membership and the government affairs teams to meet with our members, and for our members to meet with them to find out how they can become more involved with NATSO.
Yeah.
So let's say perhaps like maybe you've never attended a Day on the Hill event, or maybe you want to join one of the committees. It's an opportunity for us for you to meet up with us there. So really in the booth we have a charging station, and then like right in the middle we have a giant Connect 4 board. So to kind of go with the Connect theme.
Awesome. Okay. All right. How about some first time attendee advice, Andrew? Since you're sort of in that boat, and I know you've been prepping.
Yeah, so it's been quite some time since I've been to the show. So last time was 2014 was the last time that I've been to a NATSO. It was called the NATSO show at the time. But is with any trade show, I kind of go back to what makes any of these a success, and I really think that it really goes back to the name of the show in general. It's Connect. So be thinking of how you're going to be connecting with others. And really, I kind of think that the half of the success in a trade show happens before the show. So right. What type of prep work are you doing? Who are you going to meet? What are you going to talk about? And then the rest of it happens while you're there, and maximizing your time and your effort and your energy while you're there. It's only going to be a few days, so make the most of it. So visit with vendors, talk with them about what you're seeing in your business. Chances are that like if you're seeing something in your business, you're encountering some type of issue that others are as well, and there's likely a vendor that has a solution to that. And really, like if there's an opportunity to do something and go and do something, go do it. So if you're invited to a dinner, if you can make a seminar, if you can meet with somebody that you've been wanting to meet with, do that. Have the experience. It's a really welcoming industry, and
it is, yeah.
Everybody's willing to share, which is very unique. And I think the last thing is just have fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Speaking of fun, Pamela, do you want to tell them about our Full House fundraiser? I'm surprised.
Yes. No, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We have a number of tables for Texas Hold'em.
Yep.
So we have outsourced and have invited a couple of Texas Hold'em dealers to be with us. Mm-hmm. And for those who maybe are not poker players, we decided to also add a few blackjack tables. And then, of course, it's in the sports lounge, so lots of TVs. I'm not sure if that's basketball season, maybe. So you can watch your favorite basketball game, have a drink at the bar with someone or a Coke, whatever your drink preference is. And it'll just be a time to network. And like Andrew just mentioned, a time to network and have fun. So we're encouraging everyone to wear their cowboy hats and cowboy boots and just take it Texas style big and enjoy and have fun.
I did just order 50 cowboy hats. So if they don't have their own, they'll be in good shape.
Yeah, that's good. And most importantly, right, is supports the foundation. There's a lot of great work that the foundation does all year long and supports the industry and even travelers that go up and down the interstate and major highway. It's important to have some of the projects and programs of work that the foundation offers to all of the employees and all of us who travel. So a great charitable organization that we all want to support.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't know that the fundraiser at the show is one of the biggest ways that we support the foundation. That money from the fundraiser is used all year, and it's our only big event, so it's important.
Okay. And a fun event.
Fun, I know. We did. We tried to put the fun in it, for sure. Okay, before I let you guys go, I thought I'd just highlight 2 educational components this year. We do, as Andrew said, we have the first day, which is sort of like the see, do, network, and that's the study tour, the great ideas. The second day is the set of alternative fuels focused education, and the last day is the technology focus. So that is new and exciting. And I think it's going to be great because I helped plan it. But I wanted to tell you about two things. One is that technology forum, which is new this year. And I'm a big proponent of pairing keynote trends with forums that are interactive. And so that's exactly what that'll be. It has Jeremy Myron with OnRamp and Peter Rasmussen from Convenience and Energy Advisors. And I don't know if you guys know, but one came from Road Ranger and one came from Wawa. And then there are these like technology and convenience store and truck stop powerhouses. And I think it's going to be great. And then the other new thing in education space is the NATSO Foundation is going to have a shop, a faux shop safety seminar. So we'll have, one of our big programs is keeping road repair men safe on the road. And so we're going to have an interactive display so you can see where your servicemen should be parked and what kind of lights and what kind of cones they should have to be safe on the road. It'll be interactive, and we're going to have a safety expert there. And then we're also going to be podcasting. So probably in the future, you'll get some podcast episodes from there. We're going to have people stop by, and hopefully it'll be great. I'm really excited about the education. It's always like so exciting this time of year when it's like all coming together and we're just putting the finishing touches on it.
Yeah, the education is fantastic. The lineup is great. And I remember when you told me about having the truck, the faux truck in the booth, I was like, how are you going to do that? It's so exciting.
I just prefer the sign.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a cool cause, the roadside repairs. I think a lot of people a lot of people wouldn't realize how dangerous that is.
So common too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm just really excited to be there and to see members, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way.
We do. It's going to be fun. I think the Kodiak truck, the autonomous truck, will be fun, and it's going to add to the experience and all the things we have on the floor and the fun activities at night. So a great time in Dallas. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, thank you for listening to today's episode of The Truck Stops Here. You can find us online at natso.com/podcast. If you have any questions, reach out to me at editor@natso.com. All right, guys, thanks again.
The Truck Stops Here was brought to you by NATSO, the association representing truck stops and travel centers. Visit natso.com for more information. The Truck Stops Here is produced by NATSO in collaboration with Human Factor. Producers are Amy Toner and Darren Schulte.